прекратил подготовку.
Karpov completely stopped training for the game in '85
Будучи в абсолютной уверенности, что после
because he was sure that after the outrageous interview I gave Der Spiegel,
советское руководство
the Soviet authorities would most certainly disqualify me.
фактической дисквалификации.
But the winds of change were blowing through the Soviet Union ever since Gorbachev took power. Thanks to Alexander Yakovlev, the new Politburo member and a champion of perestroika, Garry Kasparov avoided the 2-year suspension the chess disciplinary committee wanted to impose on him. The match would indeed take place.
The entire Soviet Federation was in fact behind Karpov. They hoped he would come out winner of the second round in Moscow. I believe this annoyed Kasparov to the point of him wanting to win the match at any price. The champion doesn't want to lose, of course, but he had a political drive.
In case of a tie, the world champion would keep his title.
Очень уверен. Очень уверен.
This time, I felt very self-confident.
Моя уверенность в победе.
I was sure I was going to win, thanks to the quality of my training and the understanding I had of my opponent.
Сошлись вместе. То есть я был на подъеме.
Everything was coming together.
По всему и по настроению.
I was on top form in every way. I was in a good mood. I had good energy.
И, кстати, на старте матча
When the match started, it was perfect. I won the first game using a new system.
новую систему, потому что Карпов был.
I think that Karpov wasn't very focused at the beginning.
Мне кажется, очень разобран.
Ultimately, I think that I had more ideas
У меня был запас идей больше.
and that I was more physically prepared.
Был хорошо готов.
And the genius of Kasparov is that, actually, as he himself explains, he analyzes his own mistakes very, very well. Something that Karpov didn't do. Because Karpov had dominated the world of chess for so many years, Karpov is not as hard-working as Kasparov. Kasparov will do 12-hour training sessions until he finds where a problem lies. He drained his colleagues because he is such a ball of energy. He exercised, etc. With Karpov, it's not at all the case. Karpov wakes up at noon, well, his rhythm is completely different.
The two champions were neck and neck until the 15th round, when Kasparov widened the gap.
With only 3 games left, Karpov was 2 points behind, and during those 3 last sessions, he had to play twice with whites and once with blacks. He managed to win 1 session, playing with the whites, which brought the gap down to 1 point only.
Kasparov was leading 4-3. Everything depended on the 24th and final round. True to his temperament, Garry Kasparov took maximum risks, deploying all his aggressiveness in the attack and won by a hair. He became the youngest world chess champion in history. In the audience, one man was in raptures.
I felt a great emptiness because I understood that the job was over and that it had been done well. When the sport committee fired me because I had revealed the secret meeting between Karpov and Fischer, I had sworn to wring Karpov's neck. And well, I did it.
Я постоянно вспоминаю историю.
I will never forget what the great chess master Petrosian said to me at the end of the game.
Сказал мне, что мне
I feel sorry for you,
потому что самый счастливый
because you just lived the best day of your life and now it's over.
момент, он вообще действительно
I still remember this, because to the young man I was, who had become world champion at the age of 22, these were strange words, full of wisdom.
неожиданным таким заявлением. Но с другой стороны, такая,
You can't go higher than being world champion.
чемпион.
You can only go down.
Все уже. То есть дальше можно только уже вниз идти.
Garry Kasparov hardly had time to enjoy his title when Floriancio Campomanes insisted on a rematch in 3 months' time. Kasparov refused, asking for a longer delay.
Мне казалось это совершенно невероятным, потому
I found this unbelievable.
понятно было, на каком
I
основании.
didn't understand why and how he was allowed to have another chance.
Матч на звание чемпиона мира – это
The
должен быть
match for the title of world champion should happen between the current incumbent and his strongest opponent, the new candidate to that title.
является тем человеком,
There
который
is no evidence that the champion who just lost his title would be the most relevant person to be granted the right to another game.